Do you feel like you feel way too much? Do you identify as an empath? Are you the nurturer, the giver, the healer? Do you feel that this is an ongoing personality type that's not only wonderful and beautiful, but it's also getting in your way? I have something I want to read to you today because I haven't done this conversation for a bit of time, and one of my clients and ongoing followers, Zen Maiden, has written this to me, and I'm going to read it to you and discuss a technique where you can be as loving and supportive as you want and feel everything that you need to feel in a relationship, but not be the one who is required to save, help, heal, or do their work for them. So Zen Maiden is writing me on another video that I had. Thank you for always providing analysis from your esteemed point of view. I've watched you for years and you've had the best advice. I've learned so many things, yet I still fall for the ones that have internal personal issues that I cannot fix. How long can one protect themselves when people pretend to cover up for years sometimes? It's like you said, we have to become more resilient. I also notice that I don't take things that hard for that long anymore. My heart armor is growing thicker. Develop a numbness when it comes to pain. Do you think this is harmful to the person's being over time to suppress pain? I do. But I think the dating app world has many people that hurt and have pain and go numb to go forward and not to fix what is broken. We cannot fix the broken toy. And why should we feel we want to? I think we all, and especially empaths, need a course to protect themselves that directly contradicts the part in kindness, giving, investing in another person. The irony of it stuns and confusion reigns. Here would be my suggestion for an empath that loves the fact that they are a healer, that they can feel, that you can intuitively pick up another person's issues and problems. It's like you get near them, you feel the core issues. They don't even have to say a thing. It can be so attuned that you know exactly what they need. And with that ability, wouldn't one feel that automatically, hey, I have this gift. I can feel what they want and need. So obviously, I have to be the one to give it to them, right? No. So here's my message for you empaths that are exhausted from fixing somebody, helping somebody, doing the work for them. And all the time that you are putting it, all this energy into this relationship, you end up with less and less and less. If anything, resentment from the person who realizes, oh, they feel that they have to fix me. They think something's wrong with me. Oh, yeah, they like your help. They like what it does for their lives. The resources, the gift, the time, the love, the nurturing. Ooh, it's wonderful. It feels fabulous. However, there's a flip side to this. You, as the empath, who can't stop yourself from doing what you know how to do, you're under the misconception that just because you hear the call, you think you must answer. I've tried to frame this phrase and this understanding in different ways. Like, just because I can doesn't mean I'm required to. Just because I hear the call doesn't mean I have to answer. Just because I know how to help you doesn't mean I have to help you. Now, what happens for an empath when you take away their greatest contribution? I know this has been something for me in my life. My understanding of providing love and support to my partner was to give them the thing that mattered the most as a man to succeed in their career. So I would apply every resource I had, time, energy, connections, my abilities to assist them. And I'm thinking about the 20, 30 plus years that I neglected my career, my advancement, my life, to assist somebody else. That is out of balance. I'm at fault for that. But you don't know what you don't know. So here's the thing. Just because you can assist them doesn't mean you should. And the discernment that empaths really need, you have to start to ask yourself, given this finite resource, time, the only thing you can't buy back in all of life, you cannot buy back the minutes, hours, and days of your life. And while it's a beautiful thing to invest in another partner, if the work you are doing basically is their responsibility, you have an ongoing job forever. So who's giving to you? Who's refreshing it? Let's look at it this way. You have a certain amount of principal, cash, to invest. And instead of investing it so that it can accrue interest, which you can live on, you start hacking off the principal and taking chunks and giving it to somebody else. This is a finite resource now. It's not a growing resource. Now you're giving it away, giving it away, giving it away. Wonderful. They've got it. It comes down to the end. What do you have? Nothing except resentment. Ah, now you're mad at them. You're mad at them because you chose to help them, fix them, heal them, do their job for them, and they're not treating you the way you want. And you're confused why they lack appreciation, they're dismissive, and then they come to the point that they expect it because you've been doing all the work. So they've just gone like this. Yeah, okay, your job. You do it. Because obviously you want to do it. You've taken over the job from me and you seem so much more capable. Actually, I'd rather go work out and go to the movies and hang out with my buds. You can go do it for me, right? You can conjure up all these contacts. You can make the calls for me. You can do whatever. You can pay my rent. You can help me with my bills. You can help manage my finances because I don't want to do it. You be the one to do that. Let me be the child and you be the adult. You carry the burden, not me. But who ends up there all the time? Mm. So while we would like to blame the person that we're with for being like that, for being a perennial child, or to evade the responsibility of fixing their own life, who chose to step in and micromanage, take over, and care for them with the intention of it being a good thing, a helpful thing. Okay? This is where the discernment is, what am I providing that they should be doing for themselves? I can talk about something, I can offer advice within reason and see if they take up on that. But why are you doing it? You're doing it because you know how to and you can. And this becomes a road that starts as a footpath and then it becomes a ditch and then it becomes quicksand. Because if you're that practiced in healing, you're going to be in trouble. So, what happens in relationships like this is that the overgiver, the one, the empath, who's loving that person to their own detriment, then discovers that the person that they've been giving everything to and patient and helping and healing is giving them less and less. And this is the flip side of why we can't do that, because we disable them. And they go from being non appreciative to expecting to petulance and moodiness, crankiness. Now we have literally spoiled our partner. So, empaths, I know that it seems like a beautiful concept to give the support, love, healing that is so readily available. But while you are giving it to your partner, you must modulate this output and make sure that you are giving it back to yourself. Otherwise, it's cutting off your principal and throwing it away without making any interest. You can live on the interest of your energy. You can give the interest of your energy away as though you've set up a trust fund with X amount of interest that you can hand out. each month to your partner, but you have to keep that principal amount for yourself because that is your fuel source. That's your energy. And that is the preciousness of the gift you've been given. And that means that you can't give it to anybody else. You're so diminished by this overgiving to one person. So, for those of you who are empaths, like Zen Maiden, for those of you that are healers, those of you in any of the professions, social work, the first, you're the first one to run in and offer help. If you're that person, I identify. And as a correction for myself, and as a correction for all of us, we need to think through our participation in running in just because we hear the call. Is this the right call? How far do we run in? How much do we do? How much is our true responsibility? How much do we assume is our responsibility simply because we can? I hope this helps you. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. If you want a consult, check me out. Take a look at Breakup Triage. Take a look at Allowing Magnificence, also on audiobook. Join my Thursday live shows and keep writing to me and letting me know what you want and need. You go to the contact page of SusanWinter.net. At the bottom, it's question and answer, and listen to my podcast. Oftentimes, I read your questions in a series because I get so many per week. I don't cut videos. I actually read them straight off into my podcast. Thank you, everyone, and happy that you wrote me and told me about this issue. Thanks, Zen Maiden. Bye bye now.